Welcome back. It is Tuesday, May 9th in the NBA. My four favorite picks are on the way. We have two games on. We got the Celtics and the Sixers. We got the Nuggets and the Suns. Let's dive into our favorite plays. But first, let's recap yesterday, and I can summarize it with just one thing. The dang hook, because yesterday was out in full force. We had Stephen Curry's over in points. He landed on the hook in the positive direction. We had Julius Randle's over in 12.5 rebounds and assists, ended with 12, fouled out. Had 2 rebounds go right through his hands at the end of that one. And then the Warriors and Lakers same game parlay hit a bunch of those legs. We missed by one leg. D'Angelo Russell had 4+ assists. He ended with 3. I think he had 3 at halftime. Either way, still on the 14-4 run. We've been really good over the past week or two. Hopefully, we're helping you guys make some money. If you are new, hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like too. We do have the ladder challenge returning today, where we try to turn $10 into $10,000. That's probably already we live around 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern time, so it might be already live by the time you're checking it out. If you want to check it out, I'll post it on all our social medias, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Even on YouTube, we'll post it as a short. So check that out. But let's dive into our favorite picks. We'll start with the first game, Sixers versus Celtics, game 5. We are a perfect 8-0 in this series. We have not lost a pick yet, knock on wood. And while we're not betting with Marcus Smart today, we're going to Derek White. I'm taking us under 18.5 PRAs, minus 120 on FanDuel. Now, if you have 18.5, I'd play that to about minus 130. If it drops to 17.5, which it probably does, I drop it to probably just a 0.5 or maybe a 0.75 unit play. Don't want to put a full unit on the 17.5, but I do think that he will go under. Now, let's talk about Marcus Smart, because we know we love him on the channel. They raised his points and assist line. I don't hate it at 17.5 and maybe 18.5, but I'd rather go away from him because there's a couple different reasons why. Now, obviously, if Smart plays really well, that helps us into cashing a Derek White under, so we're still going to root for Smart today. But at the end of the day, we look at White this series. He's at 9, 17, 19, and 14 PRA. So going under in 3 of 4 games so far. He doesn't have a lot of field goal attempts volume. I mean, 5, 9, 9, and 11 field goal attempts. So not a lot of shot attempts out there for him, and his field goal attempts are way down from the previous series against the Hawks, where we saw him attempting a lot of shots. And the playing time has been consistent. He's going to play, 25 to 31, 32 minutes, but Brogdon and Smart are still big guys in this offense. They're playing him a lot of minutes. Jaylen Brown coming off a weird game, low usage for him. Maybe he turns it up a little bit more. And we know Jason Tatum's going to get his shots too. So Derek White's basically become like the 4th option when he's on the court most of the times, and the 5th option overall, because Brogdon's shooting more than him, so is Smart. So I look at this overall, I just don't have a lot of confidence in White unless he shoots very efficiently from the field. Now, White's obviously a talented player. I'm not going to come out here and say, White is trash, he's not good. No, White is very talented. We took some overs for him in the regular season. He did well for us, but just the usage here, given the playoffs and how many minutes Tatum and Brown are going to go out there and play, I'd just rather fade him here. And we see this series, if it's maybe his points you want to fade, just individual like points is there, but the rebounds and assists just haven't been there either, averaging just 3.3 potential assists, which is 6th on the team, and 6.5 rebound chances, which is 7th on the team. So both of those not getting a lot of rebounds and assists. Now, sure, White could make me look like a fool and drop 20 points tonight. That wouldn't be crazy. I wouldn't be super surprised, but I still think that when overtime, I just don't see him getting a ton of minutes today. Overtime came in game 4. Joe Mazzulla, their head coach, didn't even play him. He played Brogdon over him. So closing minutes seem to be going towards Brogdon. And I honestly don't know if this game is close. So that's why I'm not taking Smart, because I honestly could see this being a blowout. We saw the Celtics blow out the Sixers in game 2 by 34 points. Would not surprise me if this is a blowout tonight. This is a 7-8 point spread here. The Sixers obviously have won 2 straight, relied on big-time performances from James Harden and Joel Embiid last game. I don't really know if that's super, reliable and consistent. We've seen Harden have these big 40-point games and followed it with the 12-point stinkers before. So I think this could be a Celtics blowout. While I'm not saying bet the Celtics on the spread, it's going to factor in. I think Derek White goes under today. We'll take us under 18.5 PRAs. You can take it at 17.5. Just probably reduce it down from a 1-unit play. Let's move on to our bankroll builder. Like I said, done really well on this one. Like I said, this could be a blowout, so I'm going to try to pick legs that I think could hit regardless of a blowout. And we'll start with these ones. Joel Embiid, 20+ points. Marcus Smart to hit 1 or more 3-pointers. Jaylen Brown, 18+ points and 2 assists. And Malcolm Brogdon, 10+ points. Now, you should be able to tail this pretty much almost anywhere. If you need to take Jaylen Brown, 3+ assists, don't love it there, but you can take it. Jaylen Brown, I don't mind it for 20+ points, but Jaylen Brown feels like he likes to end on 18 or 19 a lot of times. He's done that, I think, 5 times this season where he ended with 18 or 19. So let's talk about this as plus 100, 5 leg, same game parlay. Just put 1 unit on it to win 1. Now, as I've talked about before, You can take some other legs if you want to. This is, I think, minus 125 on FanDuel. I don't mind a Tatum rebound line. He's normally in there. Also don't mind a Tatum alt under in points. But let's talk about the legs that I picked and why we started with Joel Embiid. He's looked healthy, easily got the 20-plus points the last 2 games. And while this could be a blowout, still think he can get us 20 points. He can do that in like a quarter. He's had 20-plus points in 62 of 66 regular season games. They were defending him one-on-one with Al Horford. Al Horford did a remarkable job on him. I think he had like 5 blocks. Now, I don't necessarily know if Al Horford plays that well today, but still, I think Embiid can get you 20. And as for Marcus Smart, we're still going to bet on him, still going to count on him. He's had 1+ three-pointer, which is all we need from him today. In 9 of 10 playoff games, he's getting a lot of field goal attempts from 3. He's had 1+ 3 in 50 of 61 games in the regular season. He's going to hurt us eventually. Hopefully, it's just not today in this builder for him to just get 1-3. I certainly think he can do that. Now, Jaylen Brown, 18+ points, done that in 9 of 10 postseason games. One miss was with 15. I think it's going a little bit more today. Didn't have a lot of field goal attempts. I think 3 in the second half, if I remember that correctly. But still, 60 of 67 games, he's had 18+ points in the regular season. We know he's going to turn it up. I think he can get at least 18, probably 20. Don't know if I love his regular line at 23.5, 24.5, but those lines are sharp, but I think he can get us 18. And then Jaylen Brown, 2+ assists, something he's done in all 10 playoff games, and in 63 of 67 regular season games. Then the final leg, Malcolm Brogdon to get us 10+ points, done that in 9 straight playoff games, 12+ field goal attempts in each game in the series, and average 15 in the regular season. So I think he can go out there and get it done. I'm not going to be too greedy on this one, just plus 100. I like all these legs. They could easily hit by the third quarter if it is a blowout. You'd see them all on the screen. I like them. Put them all in the same game parlay on DraftKings, plus 100. Throw a unit on it. Let's ride with that. Now let's move to the second game, the Suns and Nuggets series, which has been electric the past 2 games. And while I don't think today is as electric and, crazy shot making as games 3 and 4 were, I still think this is a good one. And we're going to go to the guy that is on my shirt. I mean, the Joker. He's been ridiculous. Taking us over 39.5 points plus assists, minus 111 on FanDuel. You rarely will see me take a line this high for just points and assists. Not even rebounds are factored in here. His PRA line, 53.5. And while you could go to that, I'd rather take the points plus assists. I like both of his individual legs, whether it's his points or his assist line, but I'm going to ride with this. Now, we've talked about Jokic. If this does go up to minus 125, play it up to there. 40.5, I'd probably play that at just, same thing as Derek White, a half unit, maybe a 0.75 unit kind of play there. Now, let's talk about Jokic because over the last 3 games, the guy's been on a mission. I mean, the guy's been ridiculous. 44, 47, and then last game he had 64 points plus assists with 53 actual points. I mean, Jokic can go out there and we know he can drop 25 points, 15 assists on anyone. We know he can do that. He can also drop 40 points on anyone. He's been aggressive, and this is a big-time game. Game 5, obviously tied 2-2. Normally, the winner of this game wins the series more often than not. I think 83% of the time or something like that. So we know Jokic just go out there and play a ton of minutes, and we've seen his field goal attempts, 30, 19, and 30 field goal attempts the last 3 games. And you look at the Suns team, how have they made these adjustments? Well, one, Chris Paul's out, and so they're able to play a little bit faster. And by playing faster, you play through Booker and Durant, and they're also putting out guys out there for just offense. You see Terrence Ross, Landry Shamet, TJ Warren, all getting playing time. Those guys are guys that can go score the basketball, and that's what they kind of are trying to do. They're just trying to outscore the Nuggets, not play a ton of defense, let Jokic beat them one-on-one if they want to. I think they're content saying, hey, Jokic, drop 50 points. We've already beat you when you drop 50 points. What if you don't shoot as efficiently tonight? Maybe we'll beat you even more. But I think at the end of the day, this Nuggets bench, a disaster. They need Jokic out there a ton of minutes. Aaron Gordon, hands full with Kevin Durant on the other side of the court. The Michael Porter Jr. as inconsistent as they come. And Jamal Murray's been good. He's been pretty decent. He's going to shoot the ball a bunch. But at the end of the day, it's Jokic and Murray basically running the show. And the Nuggets, like I said, in must-win mode. You don't want to go to Game 6 in Phoenix having to win that game where you've already lost both the games there this series. We've seen Jokic play 41, 42, and 39 minutes in the last 3. Playing a lot of minutes. Going to probably shoot 20+ times, which he did 17 times in the regular season. Hit this over in 13 of 17 such games. Like, I don't normally take lines this high, but it's the Joker. I love rooting for him. He's awesome to watch. We'll take his over 39.5 points plus assists. If he wants to go out there and drop 20 points, 20 assists, I'll let it slide. Although I'm going to need 25 points out of him, which segues in nicely into our next bankroll builder, the final one of the video, Suns Nuggets. Here we go. We're doing these 6 legs plus 250. Let's talk about them. You'll see very similar legs to what we've been doing in the past with the series. Kevin Durant, 25+ points and 7+ rebounds. I did an alt over. You can do an alt 6.5 on FanDuel if that's your book. We were doing 6+ rebounds, but we need 7 from you, Durant. Booker, 25+ points and 6 assists. Nikola Jokic, 25+ points, and Jamal Murray, 5+ assists. This is plus 250 on DraftKings. I'm putting a unit on it to win 2.5. Now, if you want to lay back the units to win maybe just 1 unit, go for it. What are you betting, like 0.4 of a unit on it? That's fine. I just think it's worth betting 1 unit on it to win 2.5. If we lose the unit, maybe I'll dial it back on these bigger SGPs, but we've been able to do really consistent work on these, and I'm hopeful this one is nothing different than that. Now, let's talk about Kevin Durant, who's first up, 25 plus points in 8 of 9 playoff games, and he's only missed with 24 points, 7 rebounds in all 4 games this series. He actually had 8 in all of the 4. He's had 14, 8, 9, and 11. We usually take him for 6 plus. I think he get a 7 rebounds. I'm confident KD is going to play a lot of minutes here. Now, Devin Booker, 25 plus in all 9 playoff games, 6 plus assists in 6 straight playoff games. No CP3. We see Booker kind of running the show at 9 and 12 assists his last 2 games. Then you get a 6 assists. Hopefully he's just dishing it to Durant. He's knocking down his shots, and boom, that's two birds with one stone. Now let's talk about Nikola Jokic. 25 plus points in 5 of his last 6. He obviously has 30 plus points in 3 straight. His only miss was with 24 points. I think he's going to shoot a bunch. Look, I mean, if we lose because Jokic doesn't feel like scoring today and he just kind of wimps out on the moment, I would be very surprised if that happened. And then Jamal Murray, 5 plus assists, something he's done in all 9 playoff games. Ideal world, he just dishing it to Jokic, and Jokic is scoring. That's all we're asking for. All these 6 legs plus 250, putting 1 unit on it to win 2.5. I think we've got a chance at it. It's hitting the last 2 games. I don't think this game is as high scoring as the last 2, but still think it's capable of hitting. The only 2 times it missed this series was when both Kevin Durant and Nikola Jokic ended with 24 points, one of them in game 1, one in game 2. So I'll take a stab at it. If you want to put both bankroll builders together, you get plus 600 value. Go crazy. Those are my favorite plays of the day. Let's go 4-0. I'll see you guys back again tomorrow for some more picks. Maybe we'll do 2 separate videos then. I don't know. Ladder challenge on the way. I'll link it on the YouTube short once it is live. Let's have a great day. I'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace.